wanna be free when my people to prosper and hold it down. Don't you sit and wait, contemplating on a revolution. The time is now. I just wanna be free. 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 Can't you see? I just wanna be free.
Okay. Another episode of the Things I Wish I Knew About Money podcast. I'm your host, Kamille Smith. And golly, you would think I'd be more prepared because this thing happens every year. But of course, I wanted to do a special tribute to the mothers out there. So it's episode 179. If anyone knows me, it's been 3 years since I lost my mom, and it's going to be the fourth Mother's Day without her. But I thought, I couldn't do this without having close friends and family because I'm family day to celebrate Mother's Day. And I'm really excited because I think this is like the first tribute that I've had for mothers. And I just want to keep this flowing because I just want to celebrate moms. If you know me, I do webinars with Black Moms Connection. And every time I start off, I always say, I don't know how you ladies do it. You ladies are super humans, Wonder Women, and all that great stuff. Because me being the youngest child, daughter, transitioning into the mother of the house per se, it's following my mom's footsteps is not easy. So I just want to always salute. But I want to bring on a couple of my friends. We're going to have conversations about being moms. I'm not a mother. So, but me I have to big up the friends that I know that are mothers. But we want to big up the two friends them right now. Woo! Welcome, Sam. Woo! Welcome, April.
Bop, bop, bop.
I want
I
to make
finally
this.
made it.
Yay! I know.
Yay.
I know y'all been supporting and things are like, I want to be on the show too. I'm like, don't worry, I got you. And I just wanted to, first of all, say Happy Mother's Day to both of y'all. Big
Thank
up
you.
yourselves. No
Thank
problem. So,
you.
Sam, how long have you been a lovely mom? I know.
I
Remember the
feel
age.
like no. Okay, so officially, I've been a mother for 8 years, going on nine. But I feel like I've been a mom my whole life. I'm always taking care of somebody. I have some besties who literally call me mom because I've just been that person always looking over them, making sure they're good, making sure
Mhm.
they eat. You know me, Cam, already. Make sure everybody eat, okay?
For real, for
Uh,
real.
we go to the clubs and I'm making sure ain't nobody dancing with who they're not supposed to be, and taking care of people. So I've been in that role forever.
Nice. Well, big up yourself. Big up because I'm the auntie of Noah. So sometimes I'm not the best auntie. I was gonna say, but hey, I'm doing my best. And then we have April. April's a mother to be.
Yes, I am.
Yay!
Thank you.
Congrats!
Thank you. So I'm due next Saturday. So
Oh,
Wow.
damn!
yes. So yeah, I am in high gear, just trying to get ready, prepare as best as I can. This is my first child, so it's a whole
Hmm.
new experience for me. So
OMG, I'm.
Well, I hope your delivery is quick because some
I
people
hope
just.
so. I hope so.
Right? Dang. And shucks. So Sam, because you've been a mom for all you can remember, what is
Mm.
one advice you would give April for a mother to be? Make it PG. It's okay.
Because Cam
It's
knew
my
exactly where I
platform.
was going. Um, you know what? There's no right way to do it. So really take it one day at a time.
Mhm.
Everyone's gonna tell you what to do and give you this advice and what they did or what they would have done, and just embrace the feedback.
Mhm.
But really, it's your life, it's your child's life. You're the one doing it. So just do your best and take it one day at a time. Don't overwhelm yourself with, oh my God, what's going to happen to the kid in 10 years? Like, take it one step at a time, and really trust your gut. Um, and then, really, if you do need that help, just seek it, right? Do your research, ask questions, um, and yeah, just day at a time.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
That's a
No
good one. That's
problem.
a good one. Watch the advice I'ma give. Oh,
Told you, Cam. You should have had me on this podcast some time.
and I, man, I can. What is for both of you ladies? What is one thing? What's exciting a thing about becoming a mom? Because it takes the 9 months and the things, and hopefully there's no bedridden. Because I know people that are like nap cam. I have sleep. What sleep cam? I'm like, just another reason for me not to do it then. What's one thing you like?
Um, I I know from like a young age I wanted to have kids, and that's kind of just been my thing,
Hmm.
family, and having my own family. So that excitement of having a child was already there. The exciting thing is just watching this thing come from you and grow. Like, yeah, Noah gets on my nerves almost every day, but there are moments at least once a day where I look at him and I'm like, yo, that's my kid. That's my kid, bruh.
Oh,
And just
Hmm.
watching them grow and excited for the possibilities for them, and even to accomplish things that your parents couldn't or didn't accomplish with you. Not that they sucked as parents, it's just, you know, they did what they could do. You're supposed to learn from that and try to improve on that when you become a parent. So it's even amazing to see some things like just me and Noah sitting down and chatting, and bonding in a way I didn't bond with my parents because, old school Jamaican, you didn't really have certain conversations with your parents and things like that, or whatever. So that's just the exciting piece, just living, being with them, chatting with them, hanging out with them. I took Noah to a gospel concert, Kirk Franklin, the last time he was here, and he was losing his mind. And I'm just sitting there and I'm just like, oh, look at him. I love this for him. He's loving a gospel concert. My
Mm,
gospel concerts for growing up was whatever was at church. So
it's lovely.
just yeah, that's the only exciting thing for me.
I would say for me, I feel like I'm at a point in my life where I'm ready to start this new journey. So um, I don't have any regrets, which I think sometimes some women have is like, oh, I didn't get to do this, or I didn't get to go here, or I didn't get to accomplish this. And so I feel like I've lived my life, as
True.
you know. So
True. True.
I don't regret making this next like big step in my
Uh-huh.
life or starting this new journey. So I'm really excited about that just in general. So just happy to be in that kind of place because I don't want to look back and regret on something that I didn't get to accomplish. Not to say that you can't accomplish things while you're a mom, you definitely
Mhm.
can. But I think it can
Hmm.
be a lot harder to do that. This is just my assumption. And so, yeah, I feel like I'm at a point in my life where I've accomplished a lot of the things that I wanted to do. So I'm just ready for this new step in my life. I'm also excited too, same thing about like kind of molding this mini me version of myself and instilling just the values and morals and just life lessons that I've learned along the way, and
Hmm.
hopefully that they really listen. I know I didn't listen as a kid, but as I got older, now I understand why my parents were telling me certain things. So I want to be able to instill those life lessons into my baby, so that he can look back and
Yeah.
say, I remember when my mom said that. So.
Cool. And I totally forgot how I know each how we know each other. Okay, so I know Sam from junior or flag football, boom boom bomb.
Hmm.
So Sam, I've known you for like 10 years ish,
Yeah. I've
ish,
been here for 12. Yeah.
ish. And
Yep.
April, I met in Korea.
Yes.
Wow.
My oh my gosh, what's a friend? What's a friend in Korea? Chingu. Chingu.
Who?
Wow. I'm embarrassing myself a little bit. I'm so sorry. Boomsim. But I also have another guest on, Curleen. So Curleen met me um last, what, 2022? We worked together. And I
Was
know
it?
she's
Yes.
so I'm just adding as many ladies on here as as possible to just say happy Mother's Day. And Curleen, one thing that I asked is, what did I ask before? What type of
um,
mother are you, and what are
yes.
you looking forward? How was becoming a mom? What was becoming a mom that you love the most? Something like that. Forgive.
Ooh. Um, what do I love the most of becoming a mom?
Mm.
You put me on the spot. I don't even think I have, honestly, a correct answer for that. I feel like not every day is the same.
Okay.
So, speaking of mom,
See,
you can say hello. Say
this is what a mom is being about, right?
yes, you can say me back.
Live stream.
Yes, live. So, I think it's the not every day is the same. I would say that's one of the things that I love about it.
Hmm.
Um, Molding another human being um, is
Okay,
another thing.
keyword. Okay.
Yeah. But I think that's it. You put me on the spot, Camille. Oh my goodness.
You gotta be
What
ready.
was oh, what was the other question? Sorry, I forgot it.
So you're a mother of three, correct?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
They are 5 exact years apart. 10, 15, 20. It was not planned.
Okay, okay. And so Sam is a mother of one, and April is a mother to be next week.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
um,
Thank you.
and actually, we're kind of international right now because April's in the States. Because I got it like that. And Sam and Curleen is in Toronto. So I'm happy that I'm able to have a lot of folks, that are mothers. And once again, just want to give a shout out to y'all. I do have questions, but I just want it as a regular conversation as ever. But what is a special tradition you do as with your family for Mother's Day?
I can go first.
Okay.
It's, unless Sam wants to go. But usually for Mother's Day, my family gets together and we go to a brunch. And so it's my whole family. You get to essentially like rent out a table. They have food
Mm.
there, drinks. They have a dance floor, so they play music. And it's just a big party with moms there. And so it's a really fun time. Sad that I didn't get to go this year. It's tomorrow. But I'm hoping that next year it will be me and my baby at this Mother's Day brunch. So, yeah, that is usually our Mother's Day tradition.
Scene. And anyone else?
Mine was with my mom. Okay, so my
Mm.
mom, this is probably where I get my whole event planning skills from. So my mom used to be in charge of this Mother's Day brunch group And what she would do is plan for these ladies, and she usually gets the kids of these ladies to pay for their mothers to have a fancy night out. So they would get very dressed up. A limo will come pick them up, bring them to whichever place she booked that year, which is usually a place where it's like a brunch type, not brunch, buffet type food.
Mm-hmm.
But it's very fancy and stuff. They go, they take pictures, they have a night out, and then the limo brings them home. So Mother's Day actually for me growing up was me being my mother's secretary. And I had to be, because I was, the child that grew up in the age of computers, I had to do those Excel documents that had the names, the address, phone numbers, everything. I had
Mm-hmm.
to work with the limo company to make sure the limos were, assigned properly so that they're going to the same neighborhoods. I had to
Yeah.
help her tell people which time their limo should come, and then I also had to help her get ready. I had to take pictures, and then I just couldn't wait till she got in that limo so I can sit down and breathe when she
So
was
like you
done.
said before,
Yeah,
like you said before, you've been a mom since time.
pretty much. So that was really Mother's Day, making sure my mom got her event ready. And since having Noah, we just chill, nothing fancy. Um, I don't want to be on him to be like, oh, it's Mother's Day, do something for me or whatever.
Mm.
So, he usually comes home with something from school. I say thanks. Um, and we just chill, hang out. I know it's busy out there. If it wasn't so busy out there, I would probably take my own son out for Mother's Day, but I know
Oh,
these restaurants are booked out. So we just stay at
right?
home, we chill, watch a movie or we do something.
Yeah. Or they stack up the price and things.
Pretty much, right?
Right? Sorry, because my computer's gonna die, and I don't want that to happen. Boom, fixed. And Carlene, what's a Mother Day special that you are used to?
I don't think I don't have any traditions,
Okay.
but what I normally do is just I chill on the couch all day. I don't do anything. I don't clean. I don't participate. I just sit on the couch. I watch TV. My
Mm.
husband will make breakfast for me. Then he'll be like, "Oh, what do you want for dinner?" Sometimes I'll cook because
Yeah.
I always see my husband does not put love into his food. Um, but if not, then we'll order out. But honestly, because my life is so chaotic, just sitting and chilling on the couch is
It's good
chef's
enough
kiss.
for you.
Yes,
True.
good enough for me.
True.
Good enough.
Because like what? Most times, when it was, when I got my dollar bills, I was finally able to treat my mom and my grandma and be able to like. One of our traditions was Red Lobster. Another one, we went to this Italian spot in Uptown and things. And you would think, having a sibling, things would, be the cost would be cut. Chris, I'm talking to you if you're watching. I'm joking. I'm joking. Most times we would cut the cost and things, but or like flowers, cards. I was always special about cards and stuff. Like um, sometimes I would do the e-cards because those are more affordable. But the flowers was always lovely. Do you ladies love flowers? Receiving flowers?
That's a good question. I mean, they're pretty to look at,
Yeah.
but I feel no ways about if I get them, if I don't get them.
Mm.
So, like my husband, like for birthdays or even Mother's Day, he'll be like, he would just buy me something like unexpectedly. He'll just be like, "Oh, what do you want?" Or I'll just tell him something that I'm looking at, and he'll just say, "Okay, go buy it." So we have that type of relationship where I tell him something that I would like, and he's like, "Okay, go buy it," But flowers, they're pretty to look at, but I don't think I feel anyway. I used to tell my ex, flowers are nice. They die very fast, and I'm not taking care of them. But get me an edible arrangement. It's the same idea that you want to get me, and I'll actually love it more, and I can eat it. So I used to get those.
That is
I
true.
actually just realized this is gonna be my first Mother's Day single. Oh, no edible arrangement tomorrow. I'm gonna make
But
my own.
you can always
Exclusive.
send one to your child,
Exactly.
to make yourself still,
Mm. See,
I'm gonna just make one. I juice today. I'll just drink my edible arrangement.
see, I wish I had the funds to give all my friends that are mothers like edible arrangements, even you, April, because you've done it for me, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's so special. But I'm gonna send you guys a post. I'm gonna sing you a song or something, and then I'm going to be a hermit, because obviously, right? But dang, you.
Camille, if you do not mind me asking,
Oh, I got.
Mother's
I
Day for yes, Mother's Day for you, and knowing that you've lost your mom,
don't.
what does that look like for you now?
Damn, why did I gotta be put on
Sorry,
the
I
spot?
dropped
No,
that
no,
one.
no. You know what? That's good. That's good. Honestly, the first year it sucked, obviously. And it was funny because regardless, I still came on and did something for Mother's Day, but like I think 30 minutes before I even did the podcast, I was on like a therapy thing about talking about moms, and I bawled. And I don't usually bawl, right? So I was like, oh, okay. I bawled, I did it. I'm gonna push through during my session, right? The second one, I was able to do a tribute to my mom. The third one, and I also do something special for my grandma because my grandma is still a mom and I know it's hard for her. The third the third one, I'm pretty sure I just stayed to myself and came off social media. I know how important it is, like losing a mom or being a mom, or even moms that, or moms to be, or ladies that try to be a mom and it was hard. So like that feeling always comes into me, like all those emotions, and I literally say to myself, I like I want to be that type of friend that's there for my friends and be like, "Oh my gosh, happy Mother's Day. Ladies are amazing, blase blase." But at the end of the day, for the friends that have their moms and are able to still do that, I envy them a little bit. Even the ones that like have issues with their mom, I'm like, yo, you could just fix that issue if you can, and then be able to have a kosher Mother's Day, right? It doesn't have to be the best, but like a kosher. So like when it comes to Mother's Day for me, I'm kind of a hermit. I try to be special for my mom, my grandma, so she feels nice. But I'm bitter. I'm bitter, but I'm self-aware about that bitterness, and I'm just like, but I'm happy that others are able to feel to be able to celebrate Mother's Day. You put me on the spot, eh? I did it to you though.
Sorry,
Nah, nah,
sorry.
nah.
No, I think you're allowed to feel all your feels, and you're allowed to be bitter because, given the circumstances,
Mm,
but you're still able to show up for other people. So I
try.
think that is what you do, and I think that's amazing. So feel all the feels that you want.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, and
Thank you.
being
And
real
then,
about it too
mhm,
is the best part, right? Like you could have just been like, some kind of Hallmark crap, right? And yeah, like you're bitter. And but you're self-aware and you're still also celebrating because,
mhm,
you could have been extra bitter and just have nothing done for Mother's Day
true. I'm
and
like,
not give me the post that you promised me.
I'm like, bun all y'all. I'm gonna be in my bed. I'll see you Monday. But no, like I
Exactly.
honestly know how hard it is. Not physically or mentally, but I can see it and I'm like, I don't know about this.
Yeah,
Like, I'll be the auntie. I'll be
like
the
right now I
auntie.
gotta go and deal with my
Yeah.
son. I do want to
Oh,
say thanks, Cam, for finally
yeah.
having me.
But
I
before
want to
you leave,
say Happy Mother's Day to all of you, even you, Cam, because you're the mom of the house now. Okay.
hmm
Um, April, all the best in your delivery next week.
Thank you.
I mean, it could happen tomorrow, but next week, because
Very
that's when you're
true.
prepared for.
But wait, Sam,
And
stay
to,
on mute. Hold on,
sorry,
before don't try to put my show on you. I know you're being a
uh,
Sanji right now.
I just want to
But
properly say bye.
okay, you know what? Wait, but you don't have to go just yet. Just one question. What is one thing you wish you knew about money when you were younger and that you would want to teach your son in the future?
Oh.
Remember this question, Omans.
Um, Savings and credit,
hmm
right? I want him to, before he's an adult,
hmm
obviously, to understand how these things work and how it's something you should be working on right away. You know, there's this joke going around social media where it's like, "Oh, how dare me being in kindergarten not working on buying my house," or something like that. And it's kind of something like that because look where we are. Look where we are now. Noah needs to probably start saving now. Forget school. He needs to save for his house. We're gonna have to pick something here. So,
$50 million house.
it's not just understanding the value of a dollar,
hmm
but how things impact whatever spending you want to do at a
Yeah,
later date. So,
facts.
what are RSPs? What are different saving plans? What is credit? How do you build credit? What is credit needed for? I know people who are approaching their 30s and they're not, they have no idea and they're not working on their credit. And then they expect one day to just walk into a car dealership and get a car or whatever, right? Or they have a business idea and they don't have anything to establish themselves with the bank or things like that. So, just those things that I wish I knew. Whether I mean, I think the education system should be, even taxes, right?
Don't get me started.
Cam's laughing. Like, my parents could have prepared me, but also our school systems to be preparing us. Like, we have all these math courses. What is algebra going to do for me right now? You should have taught me taxes.
hmm
You should have taught me, mortgages, things like that. And not, when I went to university and had to take a certain course to understand taxation laws and all these things. Like, it's crazy. So, anyways, that's something I would like to show him, before it's too late.
hmm Boom. Oh, thank you. I love that one. And you can say bye to Curleen
So I'm gonna
properly.
hire you, Cam. You're teaching my
Hey,
son because it ain't gonna be me. I'm still learning
of course,
myself.
of course. You know, I got him. I got him and things and you. So best believe.
Also, Curleen, it was great meeting you. Maybe
Great
one day
meeting you as
Cam's gonna have
well.
an actual Mother's Day brunch at her
I
place.
mean,
Calling you
Huh?
out 2025.
we got a
That's a
full
good
year
idea.
plan.
Hey, that could be in the works.
Yeah,
You know.
brunch and podcast.
Hey,
Hmm.
2025. Ah. And April's invited too.
All right, big things are gone. Have a lovely day and a lovely weekend, ladies. I have to go be a mother.
You as well.
Me too.
All
Honestly.
right.
Bye.
Bye.
Awesome, awesome. What was I asking before? Well, that's not the question for y'all, ladies, just yet. It's only if you're leaving. But dang, you caught me off guard when I said the bitter part. But I mean, that's me being real and also understanding other folks because losing parents is very difficult, but as we all know, or even grandparents too, because we always forget about the grandparents as well, right? Those they're the mother figures sometimes, or the father figures if we're talking about dads. Um, but I do have questions. I'm trying to figure out one. What's the most unexpected thing you've learned from your children? And this is for Curleen. Ah. Abel's just like, bloop.
That's not for me. Yeah, I can't answer that.
Oh, Camille. Oh, Cam.
A simple one. Don't worry.
It's not simple. What is the most unexpected thing I've learned from my children?
Yeah.
Honestly, kids don't take things seriously. Like, and not in a bad way, but like, you know,
Mm.
when you're so caught up in like routine and the things that you gotta do, and kids are just so nonchalant.
Yep.
You
Yep.
know, I think that would be one thing. Like, don't take everything too seriously. Like,
True.
not everything is that serious. I think that's one thing. Like, you know, it's okay. You can relax a bit. It's not that deep. So,
That's actually good advice, because at the same time we all, like, when we were kids, right? We would always we didn't know better. Like our parents would be cussing us out, and we're like, what did I do? What did I do? And we're like nonchalant about it. So it's kind of a way to teach us patience, because
let me tell you one thing though. Having children, I have learned was tolerance and patience. I had none of that before having children,
mm,
and those are the two words:
yeah.
patience and tolerance.
Because let me tell you, take it, because even though, like, the one thing that I transitioned into was looking after my grandma. Boy, me tell you so. When me say me after a patience, especially this year, um, it's wild. Like, and it was to the point where I'm like, yo, and there's no diss to my grandma, but she's ain't gonna listen to this, so it's okay. It was like having a child, and I was like, I don't know if I could actually do this, because I have to, like, be more patient with her, and at times I am, but at times, like, I literally, the back of my head, my mom's speaking to me like, calm yourself, like, calm down. I'm like, all right. So that's one thing. And
And it's a lot of biting your tongue when it comes to like the elderly, especially Caribbean black folks, because they say
where is my
anything
tea?
out their mouth. Like my mom is in her 70s,
Mm.
and I just bite your tongue. Because she'd be like, y'all keep treating me like I'm a child, and I was like, just bite your tongue, bite your
April, this is
tongue.
what you have to expect. This is what you're gonna have to expect. But like, knowing you too, April, especially you, I know you'll have the patience. Yo, April is the most chill person I know. I only think I've seen April get mad once. And she got mad to the point where she cried. No calling you out. But I was like, yo, you're gonna be amazing at this, fam. Like,
Thank
don't even
you.
worry about this.
I mean, as you know, that's just always been my demeanor, but I
Mhm.
think staying calm has helped me make the best decisions during times that are like heated or emotional. And so
Yeah.
that's just always been kind of my nature. So I'm hoping that will help me through motherhood. So we shall see.
Ooh, and I have a other question. You know the saying, like, it takes a village to raise a child, a child or children. How is your village right now? Like, in the for April, for you coming up in Curleen, as throughout the whole session.
I'll let you go first, April.
Um, It's been very interesting. I think, just when you go through transition or different, like a new journey or new start in your life,
Mm-hmm.
you see who's there for you and who isn't there for you. And so it's been eye opening because the people that you think would be there for you aren't there.
Yeah.
And the people you don't expect are the ones who actually show up. So that's been really eye opening just through. Just different experiences that I've had in life. But I will say, having that support system is like crucial. Like you really, really need that because this really tested my limits with this pregnancy. I'll be honest, just because I look at myself as Superwoman, like I can do everything, and
Mm-hmm.
I don't need any help, and you do need help. And you have to be real about that and honest,
Yeah.
and ask for help when you need it. And that was really hard for me just because I don't know. Like I said, I think I look at myself as independent. So just even saying, like, hey, can you help me with this was very difficult. But I had to learn to give myself grace. And, it's okay to ask for help when you really need it. And there are people who are going to show up for you. So I think that's something that I've learned along this way. But yeah, having the support system, whether it's your family, your friends, or even seeking out external support systems. Like I found this really great pregnancy group that's in my local area. That was a really great resource. And so that was like therapy for me. So I would definitely say find your support system wherever that may be.
Facts, facts, facts. And April, I will do better, I promise.
You've done a great job. You have done a great job. There's no shade to you. I'm
No, no,
not
I
calling
know, I
anyone
know.
out.
I'm like, I just wish I could do more, Because, like, I was like,
You
yo,
showed up for
is
me
this
though. You
true?
have. You've showed up
But
for
you know
me in
what?
different ways.
You know what, Camille? Sometimes it's not just the physical.
Hmm.
Like a phone call, like to me, talking to a friend on the phone while I'm doing like the dishes and cleaning up and what like that makes a world of a difference. So
Facts.
sometimes it may not just be just the it may not only be the physical, like in other
Mm,
ways. So you may not be able to physically be there, but telephone calls, that kind of stuff I think also makes a big difference.
facts, facts, facts. And what about you, Carlene? The village? Who is your village?
So your question took me back to a time when we were working together,
Yeah,
and that was the first year when my children were like in daycare pre-COVID. So they didn't have like an immune system. And my daughter she was 2, 3,
yeah.
and they were sick. Every other week they
Mm-hmm.
were sick. And I remember Scott was like, "Well, don't you have anybody else to help you out?" And I was like, "No, no, they are my children." And yeah, because I was literally like every paycheck I had was never a full paycheck because my children were always sick from daycare and school, and they also have sickle cell disease. So
Hmm.
and so it just takes me back. Like I can honestly say I don't really have a full time village or let's say a part time village.
Yeah,
Everyone that I know works full time.
shucks. And that's hard. I had that statement once when it came to like taking care of my dad and grandma. So I had to I had to bite my lip a little bit,
Yes,
literally.
yeah.
But yeah, like it's
Everyone, yeah, like it's just my husband and I. We tackle like mostly me. I'm the default parent, as they say. But yeah, like my friends, they all work full time. My family, we are a big family, but we're not as close
mm,
as I would like us to be. So
yeah.
everyone lives their own lives, and on top of it, everyone has kids.
What's
So that's the other part, and not just one or two.
Yeah. So
So
that's
unfortunately for me, I don't have that village, but I've seen people that have it, and I just always like, man, I wish I could have it,
hmm
you know?
but just like April said, because in Durham there are like groups, so you definitely want to check out that just so you have that support system. Because one thing I know for sure is when you ask a mom, especially a black mom, to help, yo, they will pull up. Like I be like not only Black Moms Connection that I'm connected with, but like other Facebook groups. They, what you got? What you need, girl? We got you. Don't you worry. And maybe like with April, because in the States is a different feeling. Like they're really, I don't know what about the States is, yo, April, y'all support each other to the fullest. Like in Toronto and I'll
You
take
said no
Toronto.
lies, Camille. When I look at social media, and they're always around. They're always around. Like even there's one girl that I follow. She lives in Alabama, and
Mhm.
she had her first child like a year or so ago. She said her older sister moved there for a couple of months, and she had her own kids. You know, the mother-in-law came and stayed for a couple. I don't know if that can work nice. Totally understand. So you see that on social media with the Americans. You're so correct. Like I don't. They correct.
Yeah.
Like,
Like they'll
it's
pull
something. I
up.
don't know.
Maybe it's because the flights are cheap, especially if you use Spirit. I ain't using Spirit. Don't use Spirit.
No, I
No,
don't
no,
use it
no.
either. No, I value my life. But no, maybe I never knew that about
Yeah,
Canada. But I will say there are a lot of resources and groups here that you can find that will really help you out during your pregnancy. Like the group that I joined, they gave kind of like a starter kit bag, but I got a crib, I got diapers, I got
what?
a whole bunch of supply. Yeah, so
What
I
you?
was very surprised.
So where in the states do I need to move to? Can
I
you
think
like?
so.
DMV, man. DMV. Sorry, we do have comments in the chat. Hold on, because there's people in the chats. I think this is hello Minnie, aka Cam. Um, I'm 39. I'm going to say whatever I want now. I think that was with the being patience with our parents and things. And then also that was me jumping on the mother's back, um on the mother's talk back to them. I'm going to set my boundary and stick with them, and they hate when I think for myself. But DMV, yeah, man, the states, them love support each other, yo. It's absolutely ridiculous how we don't support each other in Toronto. But I really think if you tried the Facebook groups, you'll see, especially the Durham ones, because Durham's over here, then there's Toronto, and then there's the people in Peel that the ones them too far. But like, yeah, having a support system is very key, and I like what you said, Carlene, with even if it's not physical, just having a chat. And I think, yo, I'm even trying to be that person that sends the memes to show that I think of you. If I send you a meme, that means I'm thinking about you. Or if I react to a post that you have, I actually try my hardest to like look at your stories and react to them, because I don't want you to feel alone in things, right? And it's just sad because I someone told me the other day, they're like, yo, you don't even check on me, rate tate, and I'm like, that's wild, because every story that you post, I'm reacting, but I'm not gonna be better today. I get it, but it kind of hit me hard because I'm like, damn, I'm whenever it comes to your child or you, I'm I'm reacting, because like that's how I show my love, right? So I have to remind myself there's certain things that people how they want to show their love or support, and maybe that's just not the same way, right? Hold on. There's one. I definitely hate how mothers treat women who are child-free by choice or circumstances, and there's so much judgment and stigma creating a divide. Not my friends. Not my friends. There are, but I feel like it's only. I find that's only when there's a certain um what's the word? Gloating when it comes to childless friends or whatnot. They're like, man, world turn up. You can't go anywhere. You you shouldn't have to have children then. Like I personally have never done that, but I haven't seen it, but I understand that stance. But this is about celebrating and honoring mothers, so we ain't gonna have no beef in the streets.
But you know what though? As like having multiple children,
Yeah.
I can understand and appreciate a woman
Hmm.
that chose not to have children.
Mm.
I can understand and appreciate it because the things they don't tell you prior to having children, before you plan to have children, because the things they don't tell you. You know, they always say, oh, babies are a blessing. And they are. They always say babies are blessings, children are blessings. Oh my God, like that's like the natural form of life.
Yes.
But people don't get into the nitty gritty of having children and what it looks like the disabilities that they could have, like there's so much that encompasses having children
Mm.
that me now having multiple children with all different special needs,
Yeah.
I can appreciate and understand
Hmm.
a woman that chooses not to have children. So I
Yeah.
would never look down, never, because I can understand.
I totally agree. I think everybody has a different purpose in life, and so
Hmm.
not every woman's purpose is to have kids, and that's okay.
Hmm.
And you shouldn't shame others just because they didn't make the same choices or decisions that you've made in life. So I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Live your life. That's live your
No,
life.
like
You only
especially
have one, so.
right. And I love what you ladies said, and it's also like it's society's pressure too, right? Like nothing pisses me off more than like, so what's your purpose? You don't want to have children? So what are you gonna do? You you know, Cab, you're almost reaching 40. You know, where's the mini you? I'm like, don't pressure me. Are you going to be there 24/7? Because I see what happens. Okay, and I'm having the experience with my grandma, and I don't know. Like I'm okay. I'm cool with it. So like, and I would hope that none of my friends would dog me if I didn't want to have children either. Like,
May I say one thing?
mm,
So, piggybacking off of the comment that I made and then what you just said,
yeah.
the field that I work in,
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
also see I see the flip side though
Yeah.
of someone not having children
Mm.
and even someone
Gotcha.
being an only child.
True.
So
True. True.
I see the flip side of it.
Mhm.
So it still is a very difficult. I see the flip side. So yes, I can understand and appreciate it, but then I see the end results of not having a child and even
Mm.
not having a village and stuff. Because when
Oh.
life hits you at the end,
Mhm.
and there's
True.
no one to rely on to
Facts.
take care of you, so it's tough, man. It's
Ch-
tough to it's tough.
eh,
Like
And of
I
course,
see
because
it
you
on
do
the flip
estates and stuff.
side.
So like, and we'll go dive deep, but that is true because like my mom passing, I had to get into that world of estates, and then after I'm thinking, I'm like, hold on, imagine if they didn't have a joint account and things, they'd just be like, all the money be gone, right? And then you also think like, oh, do I want to have a partner or do I want to have a child that will ideally take care of you, but they're not your retirement plan either, right? And I think because in April, I know like it's probably not the same with like African Americans, but the Caribbean people, oh my God, that yo, the child is a retirement plan, and it's crazy, and it's like, no, it doesn't have to be like that. Like,
I was gonna say because that's not even a guarantee with having kids and the expectations of them taking care of you as you get older. Because some people have a strange relationships with their parents, and you see,
exactly.
hears different stories about someone in a nursing home and no one comes to see them even though they have kids. It's
I've heard about
unfortunate.
those.
Yeah, so it's just like it's never a guarantee that you hope that your kids will look after you like you looked after them, but you
Hmm.
just never know. So I would just say maybe just being financially prepared for those kind of situations just so that it isn't the expectation to necessarily for them to be the main support as far
Yeah.
as taking care of you as you get older, because that's also very difficult to being a caretaker to your parent like you're talking about your grandmother. So that can be a very stressful situation. So my goal is that I don't want to just solely rely on my children. Hopefully I have
Hmm.
income where I can get help, and
Yeah.
maybe they come and visit me, but I still have some kind of plan in place where I'm being taken care of, and my children do come to see me, or my child, let me not say children because
No.
I just know one.
There's that new
So
meme where it's like, have another child or learn Chinese,
yes,
or
I
I should say
posted that. Yes,
Korean.
yes. I'm gonna learn Chinese.
Uh-huh. I think April, you hit the nail on the head, and I even think about that too. It's not so much having the children to take care of you like later on in life, but I always think about I want to be so prepared
Mhm.
that at like 60, 65, I can somewhat afford to like depend on myself. Like I don't want to look to my kids to say, hey, I need help with my bills. Like at 70, I want to be able to, like my husband and I, to solely depend on ourselves,
Yeah.
not have to depend on our children. So you hit the nail on the head with that too, is trying your best to build the life where you don't have to rely on your children
Mhm.
to take care of you. I mean, stuff does happen and events happen, unfortunate events happen, but you hit the nail on the head with that, is being able to be self-reliant at that age too.
Life be
Where your
life,
kids
and
don't feel like you're a burden to them, I think might be, yeah.
true. I have another question. This one's gonna be a tricky one. What's one thing you wish more people understood about motherhood? I think you said it, but I feel like you can. There's so many points on this. Put that question. Mm, do you,
That's a hard one.
I like these
Mm,
hard questions.
One thing that,
Or hold on. Ooh, okay, okay. I'll make it easier. I'll make it easier. If you could have one day entirely to yourself, how would you spend it? Yeah, see, Minoy like that one.
ooh, I would sleep, 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 sleep. I would eat all the food that I can uninterrupted. Um, yeah, decompress. Just spending
Mm.
a day decompressing. I think that's, yeah. Just I don't want to don't leave a phone. Throw me a book or two. Maybe I'll stick to the TV. I'll keep the TV. No
No
cell
music?
phone. Maybe the music. No cell phone though. Decompressing by myself in a hotel room with lots of food, junk food, burgers, fries, coke, all that.
In April?
Can you hear me? I had to charge my phone.
No
So
worry. I can hear you. I
okay.
can
I would say travel is my self care. So going on a vacation somewhere.
Toronto.
I mean, yes, that would be nice.
I'm joking, I'm joking. I had to come to you. I had to come to you this time.
Yes, please come visit me. But somewhere tropical, preferably, so I could be on the beach. Yeah, I feel like during this pregnancy, that part has been really hard as far because I
Mm.
always travel. That's always been my thing. So not being able to travel. It's been difficult. So I'm in need of a vacation. Like that. Please.
Ooh, now the separate question. Because in Toronto, or sorry, in Canada, you're allowed to have a free flight for the child before two? Age,
Mhm.
is it the same in the States?
From what I heard, it is. I heard it
Okay.
is the same, but I can tell you, we're gonna find out. I guess once I take the flight. And
April's ready.
so I am like in my mind already planning where I want to go. Like the baby's not even here, and I'm planning already. So
Ooh,
I'm ready.
where's there's gonna be two separate questions for both of you, y'all. Where's the first place you would love your child to travel to, April?
Um. So I'm gonna be diplomatic about this in response. So I'm
Oh,
having a boy. I'm
hold
having a
on.
boy. If I didn't say that earlier, so his dad is from Cameroon, and so
Okay.
I would like to bring him to Cameroon,
Nice.
just so that he can meet his side of the family, his dad's side of the family,
Hmm.
and just get to learn part of his roots as well. So I would say that would probably be the first place.
Awesome. But up. And Carlene, where did you take your kids first?
Okay.
And where would you like to take them soon?
Uh, so took them first was back home to Trinidad. I only had
Boy.
two boys at the time. Yeah. So we did a family trip then. I think it was 2016. I think we did, or 2017.
Okay.
Um, where do I want to take them? If it was my choice, it would be an all-inclusive resort that's also kid-friendly, so we can just unwind and let loose. But my husband said he ain't going nowhere until he goes back home to Grenada. So that's going to be the next family trip whenever it happens, because
Uh,
his grandparents are still around.
yeah.
So he wants the children to meet their great grandparents.
Oh, that'd be lovely.
Let me say something else. So yes, so that
Did you say
that
you
is,
say so?
it will be lovely, of course. So no, definitely my husband, his grandma raised him.
Yeah.
So I think that would mean a lot to him if his children got to meet her, and they have not.
Yeah.
So that will be the first one that we'll take them to.
Dang. My gosh. And also, let me see. Is there another question? Because I know you ladies are, being mommy, being mummies is full time thing. At least for you, April, it's part time right now until next week. um, what's one financial goal that you have for yourself and for your family? You don't have to talk about finances.
I would say for us, one big one is buying a home in 5 years.
Yeah.
Like my husband and I were 40 this year,
Hmm.
and I know we're in the middle. We're getting towards
Ah, ah,
but
ah.
I think that's one goal. It's 5 year goal of buying a home.
Nice.
And I always say to my friends and people that ask, I haven't verbalized this to my husband,
Hmm.
but to me, buying a home isn't as important as making sure my kids are good financially and making sure we are good in retirement.
True. Facts.
You know what I
Facts.
mean?
Yeah.
I'd rather do that than buying a home, but it would be lovely to own a home. So that's the goal that we have for 5 years. But
April, the homes here crazy.
it,
So
it is
I can't imagine.
ridiculous. Like
crazy.
you need to have a down payment of maybe 100,000. Camille, correct me if I'm wrong. It depends on what you're looking for.
100,000?
Is that
Nah,
too little?
that's too little.
Too
And
little? Oh
see,
no.
no.
Yeah.
So April, let me tell you, you're gonna think about like if you have a child and you want to live, you're gonna be like, so where's that extra cash coming from? Because,
Mm,
but yeah, the housing market is crazy ridiculous. Like where I live in Durham region,
Mhm.
it's like an up and up-and-coming neighborhood.
Yeah.
It's a lot of bungalows with a lot of property. So what the builders are doing now, they're buying up the bungalows, breaking them down, building up the houses, and now they're $1 million in a neighborhood that needs support with
Yeah.
residents that don't make that income because they're original residents to Durham. So you know they don't, you
Hmm.
know,
How much was the amount that you said?
they're building them up for like over a million. They're selling them for over
A
$1 million.
milli. April, 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 April.
In a neighborhood though where the residents don't support that because they're originals to this area and they just lived and gotten by with what it used to be.
Yup,
So
yup. A milli. Not in April. She's not even lying. Like I have a friend that was looking for houses last year, in Durham, and some of the places were going for 900 a milli,
That's
and
crazy.
just 5% on a milli is 50K. But of course, we know if you only put the 5%, it's peanuts. Jeez, like we
It's
need to
hard
go.
out here.
We
It's
need to go
hard
to
out
like
the
for
here.
states.
example, where I used to live, my landlord, she purchased her home in 2015 for two something. I believe it was
Mhm.
two something.
Yeah,
She sold last year at almost 800.
that's a nice chunk. That's
Yes,
a nice chunk.
yes. So the housing market is, whew, it's the special one right now.
Like April, I'm about to move to the states.
Listen, those houses that I see in Texas, ooh,
Hey,
ooh,
hey. I, honestly, a lot of people have been moving to the states as of late, and it's just for the cost of living. Like, especially being like becoming a mother, being a mother, or having a family. You got to think about the cost of living as well, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Jeez, April, what's your one of your financial goals for your baby?
Um.
The young
Hmm.
king coming true.
So, in preparation before the baby came, I was like, I need to get my life together because I can't be blowing money fast as I was usually doing before. Going on vacations for weeks and weeks and not thinking anything about it because it was just me to worry about. And I was like, I need to be more forward thinking and future thinking because now it's not just me and rainy days do come up like that is bound to happen. I've experienced them several times. I've been without a job for a couple months. So it's just like I want to make sure that when those rainy days come up I am prepared. So I ended up working two full-time jobs. I've been doing it for a little while, but I was working two full-time jobs so that I could build up my savings. I ended up paying off my car, luckily. Thank you. Um, you know, we talk about timing of things. Luckily, I did purchase my townhouse before the pandemic, so that really helped because I don't think I could afford anything at this moment right now. So the timing of things was just great, at least on my part, the preparation. Right now, I'm just really trying to save my emergency savings, like build that up. And then from there, just trying to pay off debt. I really don't have that much, but just making sure that I knock that off my plate. I think will help me with just things that I'll need for the baby because I know things will come up. I just don't know what that looks like yet. People always talk about how daycare is super expensive. And so I just want to make sure I'm prepared for these things. Because, yeah, I don't know what to expect when it comes to finances with having a child.
Is there any advice, Carlene, for that?
for all the expenses when it comes to children.
Yeah.
Ooh. So I don't know how it is in the States, but daycare over here, if you don't qualify for subsidy, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So I think when you said having an emergency fund for anything that would come up, I think that's awesome. I do something called sinking funds for certain things.
Boom,
So
boom,
I think
boom.
having a sinking fund for like childcare related things that come up might be a really good way to go at it. And then if you can put aside for daycare little by little, depending on how much it would cost you, I think that would be good. One thing, full disclosure, that my husband and I weren't able to do was put aside money for our children's education. So that's
Mhm.
one thing for sure. For sure, I think that might you might look into is putting aside for their education. Apart from that, people love to put their kids in like 10 different pair of shoes, 10 different outfits. Listen, my kids, I have learned, my kids go to daycare and school with clothes from Walmart because they come home like if they run out of money. Okay? I have learned to stop buying them 5 different pairs of shoes because they grow out of them. This whole notion about home clothes, going out clothes, school clothes, it's expensive. And then you'll have the clothes to go out sitting there for months on end, and they're going to grow out of it.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So yes, it's good to have nice things, but not in excess. Like I see some people on social media, their kids have like racks of clothes, and I'm like, where did your kids go? They probably understand. So I think that's one thing to be mindful of is like I feel like a kid doesn't need 5 pairs of shoes.
True. And
For me,
diapers.
huh?
Diapers. Can never have enough
Diapers.
diapers.
Yes, and the thing is with diapers, depending on how your child is going to grow, don't buy too far in advance with the sizes because you kind of just never know what's at. But I think a good start is having that sinking fund for childcare related stuff because then you know you have the money set aside. Education for them.
Mhm.
Start. Honestly, I would say start $25 a week, however it goes from
Mhm.
now.
Oh,
Because if they don't even use it for school, they can use it for something else. You know. So
facts.
those are my unsolicited advice.
No, that was good. That's helpful.
Seeing and Curly, I know you have to head out because you're at a baby party. What is
Yeah.
one thing you wish you knew about money and a lesson that you would want for your children to know as well? Yeah. Oh,
Savings,
that one.
as Sam said earlier, savings.
Mhm.
Honestly, I wish that was one thing. Like when I started working at 16, that
Mhm.
I focused more on was saving money and even learning about it and knowing that I know like higher education isn't all people say like it's not all that it's cracked up to be, but I think I wish I pursued a career that gave me a certain income, if that makes any sense. Like so that I'm able to live a comfortable life, you know?
Okay.
So savings to me is saving, saving. Put aside anything.
Yeah.
Anything, just put it aside from young and build on it.
Mhm.
Um, Teaching my kids, I think the same thing, like learning the value of a dollar, learning that you need to work hard for the things that you want in life. And if you know that you want a certain lifestyle,
Mm.
figure out what you need to do to get that lifestyle in a good way.
Facts.
You know, saving, learning how to pay bills, that kind of stuff. Because these
Ooh.
kids these days don't have nothing practical that they know anymore. So just learning like anything that's what Sam said earlier, literally all of that.
Yeah. But
You
that
know,
but
learning
that that adulthood is crazy when we had to start
yeah,
paying bills.
exactly. And like the credit portion, like learning about it and how honestly anything that you have to do as an adult, you need credit. So learning unfortunately, you know. So learning about credit, building credit, keeping it,
Mhm.
credit cards,
Yeah.
knowing that don't spend unless you have it,
Yeah.
don't use it unless you have it.
True. True.
Um, those are things I wish I knew. Don't use it unless you have it. Savings. Learn to be practical in life when it comes to money. Learning about bills and like that kind of stuff. I would want them to know,
Mhm.
and I would teach them that at the appropriate age.
You said something that was wise. The career. And I think
Yes.
definitely letting them know that and just showing them like in even though they won't hear it right now, but they're like, yo, you don't understand how the economy or the world has evolved since I've been around. Like we literally were there when there was no computers. Or when we had to like, round up the phone and things. That's where we were back in the day. And now look, we're just like on this. That's a valuable thing to teach our children is to adapt to what's going on in the economy. Cause whoo, child, who knows what's gonna be happening, especially with AI. Jeez,
You said it, Camille, that AI thing, and
I be using that.
that's a scary thing.
I be using that. Oh, viral records? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Viral records too. That's true. If you were there at that time, then yeah, you could definitely know how the world evolves. But yeah, oh, Curly, thank you for coming true. Like, I
You're
appreciate
very
you.
welcome.
April, you're staying for a little bit more, don't you?
Sure, I got time. I have time.
Yeah.
Woo! Well,
So
blessings
I'm
and,
gonna
and happy Mother's Day.
thank
I'll
you.
la 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 la. See, my vocals are coming, so I'll definitely sing you a song tomorrow.
Oh man. April, good luck with your delivery and
Thank you.
congratulations again. And I wish you all the best. It was a
Thank you
pleasure
so
meeting you
much.
and speaking with you.
Thank
Camille,
you.
Mm,
you know, I loved you from the first day I saw you. You have good
same.
energy, as I always told you. So
Thank you. This is what happens
thank you
when
for
the black folks in the.
listen. The side looks that we gave because it just didn't make sense. Didn't make no sense.
Always stick together with the
Always,
minorities.
always. So was a good time. That's why. That's
Oh
always. But
shucks. Oh man,
thank you
we'll
so much
definitely
for
connect.
having me. Yes,
Thank you for
you
coming
guys.
too.
You're welcome. Anytime.
All right,
Bye.
blessings. Bye. Boom sim. Anyone that doesn't know what boom sim is, it's spring in Korea. Oh, see, watch the timing there. And no good timing when you must see it. Gabriel didn't know this is going to be a long episode, but ha ha! Who's coming true? Who's coming true? No, Whitney, you have to change your name. You have to change your name. Don't. And wait, I don't want you to get in trouble. I'm sorry guys. First of all, this is for entertainment purposes only. Whatever you see on here, do not charge me or anything. So, just like April has known me, oh shucks, April, 10 years. 10 years for us.
Yeah.
10 years for us. Boom bam bam.
Yeah.
And then my friend Whitney is here, and geez, I've known Whitney since high school.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's been a minute. It's been a minute.
I know Whitney since high school. And Whitney, or sorry, are we gonna say Gem?
I didn't know. First of all, I'm like, wait a minute. Why am I even clicking a link? I don't know what this is. I'm here entering things. I'm gonna just put gem because I don't know what this is. So yeah, we're gonna put gem. We're gonna
No
put gem.
worries. So, before we start, um, you are a mother, correct? A mother of how many?
First, two,
Just goes- Well, at least the folks that are listening can see. If we're a mother of two, and April is a
two.
mother to be next week. So she's
Oh
having a
wow,
Gemini
that's fast.
by
Boop, 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 boop,
golly.
boop. Gemini all the way. What? Yes, for the Gemini. I'm sorry. I'm loud. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh, so May is
Yes, my May
always going to
29th
be
Gemini.
hectic.
So pick it up. Pick it up.
Do you see what you're gonna have to deal with, April? These
I've
Geminis.
heard some good things
Hey,
about
hey,
Gemini,
hey.
so
We
I've
are the
heard good
sweetest people
things.
ever. The only thing you cannot do is provoke us. Stop it. We are sweethearts. Just do not provoke us.
That
Do
is
good by
true.
us as we do good to you. That's all it is.
That
That's all
is
it is.
true. There's gonna
That we
be
are
two
sweet.
of
Just don't try to
Yes, I've
cross us
heard that.
because God bless you. God bless you.
Only example I know of a Gemini, I think, is Kanye. I think Kanye is a Gemini. So
Kanye
I
is
don't
not
know if that's a
included. Okay, I
good.
don't know
I
what's
was
up
like,
with
is that a
Kanye.
good?
Him and Trump, the two of them are not Geminis. I don't know
Oh,
what's happening
okay.
over there in their Kool Aid, but we don't mingle with them. Okay,
Yeah, I don't
that.
they
claim
are
And
that.
that is your
excluded.
reference point.
That's
It's
the only one I could think
wild.
of.
Their Kool Aid is toxic. I don't know about all that Kool Aid that's happening over there. We ain't drinking that water, so just leave
Jeez.
them over there. We all, actually for every single Gemini, because if you read most comments, we reject the two of them. Don't include them. Don't mix them. Don't do that, because
Well,
I
they're
gotta
the
look at them
Gemini
sideways too.
fellas, right? The Gemini fellas. So I guess
There's
it's a
that too.
little different.
Gemini men are different. Trust me, let me behave myself. My children's father is one.
Oh,
Well,
so
I'm
there's
having a
four.
boy, so
Hey!
so it's a
Like,
Gemini, a Gemini boy. So we gonna see. We shall see.
We
don't
gonna
worry,
see. We
Leo.
gonna
Don't
see.
worry, Leo.
I'm not gonna jinx your belly. I'm gonna say, you know what? He's gonna be the sweetest, most loving,
Yes.
tender, caring little boy ever. You
Exactly.
know,
Thank you.
let's not jinx that.
Yes,
We ain't
good
gonna try
vibes.
to despise your child against what everybody
Yes,
else is
good
doing over here with the
energy.
other males.
Hmm.
No,
Only
we're
good
gonna do
energy right here.
all positive thoughts. Please project the positive thoughts. Don't think negative while pregnant. It'll come true. Don't do it.
And
I
Whitney,
refuse.
I'm gonna ask you the same questions a little bit. We just been chatting away and things, and hopefully April
I was
doesn't mind.
watching. I was
What?
watching.
Oh, oh.
You sent me the link. I was watching, but I had to come out because I had to go on a ways, and I'm like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. But
So
yeah, no,
what?
I was watching. I was trying to keep watch.
Oh, first of all, Whitney knows my mom too. Like she was doing up her hair and things. I think one of photos that I have of her is one of Whitney's style. So she's always blessing, blessing the hair and things. She has. I was gonna say a
I
wild
miss
sentence,
mama.
but I'm not gonna. Her hands do magic, and you know we don't have to go anywhere. We're being PG today. What is
Okay,
one of your special traditions for Mother's Day?
to be honest with you,
Wait,
I
wait, wait,
worked a
wait.
lot during Mother's Day
So family,
for my wife.
whether it's you or celebrating your mom.
Traditionally, to be honest with you, it was always me, my mom, and the girls. We always went out for food, whether it was our birthdays, Mother's Day, or whatever the case. It was always me, my mom, and the girls. So it was a little girls outing. But
Mm.
as of recent, my children are now 9 and 11, soon to be 12 and 10. They're a little extra out here. So they're saying it's an all-day Mother's event, but I had to break it to them that I'm actually working the morning, and like I'm doing right now, I'm going to work in the evening.
Oh no.
So what their plan right now is nails, because I do need to get done. They want to
Okay.
get their
Nails.
spending, but they
Mm-hmm.
said I think it was ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
They might want to do boba and possibly dinner before I leave to go to work. But I did
Oh,
remind them that we do have the face masks at home, so we could do, a little trying to save the dollars. Don't mind me. Trying to stay inside. We
so
could do a little
fair.
spotty treatment. All four of us
Mm.
could do face masks. I have my little
Yes.
pedicure stuff at home. We could do all that. I can do their nails. Trying to be a little cost efficient because my kids are just as expensive as I am. They love the good life, good treatment. But I don't know yet. It's still up in the air because I leave work at
Okay.
10 and then I have to go to work for 7. So I only have from
Yes.
technically 10:30 until about 6 to kind of do something.
Okay. So
So
I mean,
what they're
do
planning
the
is
face care,
I can't.
the
Sorry?
face care, face mask. I'm like, what did
Yeah,
I say? So
yeah.
that's cute. That's
Listen, I'm
actually
getting up
cute.
there in ages. I'm getting up there in ages. I need a little collagen mask. A little help around the tiredness and everything. So
You
Yeah,
see, you need to
that
go to
that'd be a nice
Korea where
treat
they
for us.
have all that stuff.
Girl,
Or
listen, it was
I
actually a Korea recommended brand. I know everybody hates on Temu, but
oh,
it's from Temu. It is a collagen mask. It says it's Korean recommended. I saw bare Korean people, and I'm on my Korean thing right now, so I'm like, you know what? I'm
well,
gonna
you
try
sent to
it.
the right
I'm not
place.
gonna hate on it. Listen, their skin is gorgeous. If you don't know me, you know my Netflix right now is pure Korea. So everything's Korea right now that I'm watching, whether there's English to it or not. I'm watching it.
Yeah.
All I do
So
is
what
admire
Korean
their
word do you know?
skin.
Now we're gonna test
Sorry,
you. What Korean word do you
girl,
know?
you
Which one
talking
can
way
you?
too much. I'm still trying to catch on. Don't do this. Don't do this. My Chinese coworker swears I know Korean because I don't even be looking at the screen half the time. I don't know what they be saying. You gotta teach me, girl, because everything on my Netflix is Korean based at this moment. So whatever you can teach me,
Oh,
I'll
shoot.
appreciate it. I've tried listening to what they're saying just so I can at least teach myself.
Yeah.
But girl, they
So
talking too fast. I can't do that.
facts.
Gotta
The
do
one
babble or
you can
something.
say is chingu, which is friend.
What's chingu? Bread?
Chin friend.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You sound muffled over the speaker. I'm sorry.
Friend. Or what's another one, Boomsim? What's a Korean word that you can learn? Yeah,
Mm,
I'm testing you now.
I mean, depends. So, like, if you want to cheers, you can say gongbae when
Mm.
have your soju or your beer.
And you don't know nothing
Um,
about that too.
It's okay.
um,
You know what? She can actually have a beer after she has that baby. I'm gonna tell you that from
I
now.
am very excited.
You
I'm not
can
gonna
have
lie.
a beer because I'm telling you this right now. You see when that milk starts to come in and it gets stuck right here,
Mm-hmm.
and you get that little hard ball that develops on the side.
Mm,
You want your milk to come down, drink you a beer, and you'll just feel the release. Literally from right here, just whoa.
I did
That's
not
literally what
know
you'll do.
that. Okay.
Girl, get
Interesting.
you some beer when you got. I know it sounds bad. I don't know. Everybody's
It's
gonna
No
okay.
want to
This
criticize
judgment.
is
you.
advice. This is
No
advice that
They're
judgment.
gonna want to
mothers.
criticize and say pump and dump. But listen to me. When I've had my two kids, this is your first, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Listen, sometimes we can't do the pump and dump, and sometimes we tired, and them kids need to go sleep. So they're gonna have to do a little suck on a little beer juice, cause no. But the beer doesn't affect them. I'm not trying to teach you anything wrong. It doesn't really affect them like that. You're not drinking
Mm-hmm.
it in like quantities where you're drunk. It just helps to loosen up the milk and help to bring it down because of the yeast that's in here. You can have
Ah,
a glass
okay.
of wine, but that's the one that they may be pumping though, because you don't want to taint them and get them on no high levels. Even though I've done it when they were like maybe 6 months. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, you can do a pump and dump if
Mm.
you so choose. You don't feel like doing it, that's fine. But the beer will help to loosen it up, and you literally feel like it's like a gush or a release. You will feel it from here, just shoot. You'll literally go, ah. It's just a release of milk.
No,
Because
it's
if
good
you
to
find
know.
it's not coming down,
Mm.
listen. I tell everybody I don't have time to sugarcoat being a mom because it's fun, but it's not fun. It's
Mm.
absolutely tiring, and I don't have time to sugarcoat it. You know me, Kamille. I'm straightforward. Girl, it's amazing. The first year literally flies, and then after that, it's just like, oh, you're 10? Okay, I didn't know this. All right, fine. But listen, that first year is. Everybody told me, oh, the first year is gonna fly by. I'm like, no, it's not. No, it's not. No, it does. You have them, and all of a sudden they're 6 months. You're like, when? Then they're one, and you're like, what? I gotta go back to work? Huh? I'm not ready. I'm not ready. That first
Oh,
day,
but
you
in the
drop them
States
off
it's
at
different.
daycare, all emotion. Then the first day to get on the school bus, I cried. My kid said bye and left me. I'm like, emotional damage. What?
Take
Okay.
Oh.
photos. Photos.
There are
Like,
photos, Camille, but trust me,
yeah,
you don't
yeah, yeah,
understand.
yeah.
When you expect them to, hold on and say, Mommy, don't let me go. Nope, they're like, bye. It's like, can I get
Mm.
some mommy time a little bit more, please? Like just 2 more seconds of a hug? No? Okay. But yeah, no.
True. True.
Definitely the beer is good for you to help come down.
To
I'm
calm
I'm
I'm
down.
just gonna
taking
let you know.
notes.
That's the inside scoop. You just need to know. If I didn't share it with you, I wasn't being a good mom. Because trust me, I'm telling you, the first week I honestly thought I was the worst mom ever because there was just cholesterol, there was no milk. My cousin at the time, his fiance at the time, came over and I couldn't get the baby to calm down. I left the hospital. I'm like, how dare you let me leave? Like, why didn't you send a nurse with me? I don't know what I'm doing. I could not get this child to feed. I'm like, oh my God, they're starving. I was crying. I didn't know what to do. Sorry, I don't know if you can hear my GPS. My apologies. But
No.
my cousin's fiance at the time came over, and it upset me a little. I cried. I can't lie. She took the child, and the child calmed down in 2 seconds. I spent 2 hours trying to calm that baby, and I was like, I'm not sure what I'm missing, but I'm a little hurt. I cried, and she was just go to sleep. She's like, go to sleep. She's like, the baby's fine. I was ready to go and buy formula because I'm like, oh my God, they're starving. She's like, no. She's like, the cholesterol is enough just to fill them. It's actually very good for their system, immune system, everything. So she's like, it's okay. In like 2 days, maybe 3, your milk will come in. You don't have to fret. Don't worry. Don't think you're crazy or, oh my God, they're dying. No, you're fine. But I'm telling you, the 2 seconds she took that child and the child calmed down, I was like, I'm a horrible mom. I don't think I can do this. Yeah, no, it's an eye opener. And then it's like after a while, it's like your little broke best friend is just there waiting for you every second. I'm telling you, it's an amazing experience. I'm not gonna lie to you. It is tiring. It is wholesome at the same time, but it's worth it because if it wasn't for them, I didn't even know where I would be right now, to be honest with you. So they're my push to go. They're my push to wake up. No matter how tired you get, because I'm telling you, if you didn't send me this link, I'd probably be half asleep right now going to work because I went out this morning at 6 to go to work. Came back, took them to soccer all the way at Young and Lawrence, and then came back to cook. I didn't even finish. I left them doing the fried chicken. That's the plus. Teach them young. Teach them young. I can tell you that much right now. My kids been in the kitchen with me since they were like 4 and 6, or younger than. Well, the older one's been in the since she was 4, but once the younger could join, it's like as they see me in, the best thing you could do for yourself is teach them from then. Because I don't know if you grew up with West Indian parents, but you were expected to try to get in the kitchen young. So the tradition needs to stay and help you later in life because my daughter is 9 and she's frying the chicken right now. I left home.
Oh, wow.
My stepfather.
I'd like to taste that food, sir, but me see it on the story. I'm
it's
like,
okay.
wow.
It's okay. I did some salmon because I know you're not really too big on the whole chicken thing, but I did do the salmon for them. I know, but you're more like on the fish part. You'll do your chicken every now and again. Your seafood mainly. Don't tell me I'm lying.
Fair.
Exactly. So but I did like a spicy honey glazed salmon. I just made the sauce for it and then left the salmon aside. I just told my stepfather, I'm like, just put some rice to boil, or you guys can peel some potatoes, do some mash, whatever you choose.
So what time is you home?
I leave work at 10, so I'm not gonna get in until like 10:30.
It's okay, I'll be up. The Northern Lights are coming back again tonight. I'm staying up.
I'm literally going to Uxbridge right now, so I'll probably be able to see it better than. Sorry, I'll be able to see it better than where I was because it was all clouds.
Boomsin.
I can send you the pictures that my neighborhood.
Boomsin. If I show you. If I show you what happened last night. Sorry, April. Sorry.
I know, I get it. She knows what you're saying, but I don't know what's that.
Sorry. Boomsin means spring, and April spring. That's just
okay, that's what you call her. Okay.
So, so last night, I forgot to say this. Last night, anyone that's in Canada or Ontario, whatever, the Northern Lights are out. And it was 1 a.m. And my brother's like, come outside. I'm like, what am I supposed to see? He's like, don't you see it? I was like, I don't know what you're seeing, bro. And he's like, the Northern Lights. I was like, shut up. April, I took a photo because I kind of saw it. I was like, okay, I see it because our lights were off and stuff. I was like, I see something. I take a photo. I got excited because my brother's like, oh my gosh, your photo's amazing. So I sent it to Whitney. I was like, yo, Whitney, look at my photo. Isn't it cool? Boomsin, I'm gonna send you the photo after. Yo, I just want to be like, okay. Well,
Yeah,
but my photo.
it wasn't my photo. If it makes you feel any better, it wasn't my photo. It was a live stream that someone was doing, and it was gorgeous. Okay.
Spectacular. Like, yo, it
Wow.
I'm
it's like
jealous.
Wow.
it's like having a Nokia
I'm hoping.
back in the day compared to now.
I hope my phone doesn't cut out. By the way, so if you see me cut out,
It's because you're in a no worries, no worries. Like I appreciate you coming on. Cause I'm hear it already. Whoa, she's in that dead zone. Oh god. Like that's I guess. Dang, is there a part in the states where you can see the Northern Lights?
I'm not sure. I've been reading about it, but I don't know.
you would have to
I
be
didn't.
closer to the border. No,
Uh,
Northern Lights are North Canada.
yeah, I was thinking. So
No,
I
you
didn't
would
think
have to
I
be
could.
in Canada to see it. But it
Oopsie.
technically wasn't really the Northern Lights. It's an electrical storm.
What ya? Oh, boom, Simone. When I
Yeah, it
send
wasn't
it
a
live. It no, the one that you showed me
maybe
looked
because
like
of
Northern
code
Lights.
setting. I don't know what it is.
Mhm. Oh, that's
I
nice.
think because code, to be honest with you, they were at so we're
Whitney got
more
a
the
weird.
Northern Lights
Got
than
a
anything. But
weird.
where we are, you're just.
We had to say it all over
I
again. What are
know
you
the
saying,
phone's
fam?
probably cutting out. Sorry.
Are you with Freedom?
No, I said that picture was taken at Lake Simcoe.
Oh, okay. So like an hour away from me, there's a photo like by the lake. So that's why it put mine to shame,
Okay.
basically. But like for me to see it in Scarborough, like where I live,
Mhm.
it's actually pretty dope.
Okay.
Cause I mean I'm not
Mm,
downtown Toronto, but it was pretty dope to see it. A
sorry.
little bit of no worries. Are you back? you
I'm in the
back?
country, girl. I am where there is like one
Oh,
house a
true.
kilometer apart. Like, if you've
Facts.
never
So
been to
you would
Uxbridge, guys,
definitely
this is not the greatest place. If I was out here stranded, I would die. There's porcupines up here. Like,
not porcupine.
we don't see that in Toronto. Girl,
Not porcupines. You're
trust
so
me.
silly.
There's no lights up here on the street I'm driving. I'm not even kidding you. That's what you see as roadkill up here. Porcupines, girl. Possibly even a deer. We ain't seen that in Toronto and
Ooh.
Ajax.
Hold on. I
No.
got some
I'm in the
insight.
boonies. It takes me 30 minutes. This is 30 minutes north from Ajax. I'm in the boonies.
Greetings, Dr. Vibe. I think he's gone. But wait, you can see Northern Lights can be seen in Florida?
Oh,
That's
okay.
insane.
I did not know that.
I didn't
And
know that.
northern Mentona,
How?
Minnesota, Wisconsin. Oh gosh, these
How?
words I can't say.
You
And
too.
majority of North Dakota. It's like saying Mississauga. That's interesting. Hmm.
That's good to know. I mean, I'm not in those locations,
I
but
know.
it's good to know.
Maybe because of the rock. Do they have Rocky Mountains over there? Now I'm being like a typical folks that doesn't know geography.
Yeah, I was about to say, please don't test me with geography.
I am
I don't
gonna
want to
keep
make a fool
losing
of
you guys.
myself.
Oh gosh. Hold on, Whitney, because I know you're gonna cut off soon.
I
I
didn't
have a one more question.
I
Or
didn't
not?
think you
So
could
what
see the
about?
northern lights. No problem.
And I think, yeah, guess it's as good as mine. How about having a village? Oh yeah, Alaska, of course. I know about
No,
Alaska.
you need a village. You need a
Mm,
village, girl.
mm.
Because I'm telling you, when I first had my kids, my friends didn't have kids, and a few of them took offense when I kind of withdrew because they don't understand what it's like to be the tired that you're tired. Like, when you take care of nieces and nephews, it's different from your kids. You don't have someone to drop them back home to. You understand? So my best friend, I don't even know
Mhm.
if you can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Mhm.
Hmm.
Okay. So my best friend took offense to me saying that she didn't understand because she helped to raise her nieces and nephews, and I'm like, until you understand what it's like to have this little person running by your feet that you have no one to drop them to, you
Facts.
cannot understand what it's like to be a mother because you can't just drop them off. But she luckily has
She's
friends
able
that'll
to.
take her kids. That's a part of the same friend group that kind of tapered off with me. But, like,
Mhm.
a few of them have kids now as first time moms, and they're now getting to understand what I was going through. At the time, I think only one of our friends had a child, but
Mhm.
she wasn't here much. But like I said, it's different from raising nieces and nephews and you're helping with your friends' kids. You can
Yeah.
leave those kids with who they're with. No
That's
matter
like
how
being the auntie.
tired you are when you have your own, you have to gather yourself, no matter how emotionally unavailable you are, and make yourself available. And that is the toughest thing about being a mother. And we don't get enough
Mm.
credit for that because meanwhile, we're going through our struggles. We have to
Mhm.
be that support system for that child emotionally, physically, mentally, even when you're not even
Mhm.
like feeling it for yourself. You have to pull yourself together now to support this child's feelings and their emotions and make sure they understand that, you're here for them. Meanwhile, you
Mhm.
probably have a handful of people that are here for you, but you
Mhm.
also have to, if you're married, support your husband too. So, like when it comes to us, mental breakdown, nervous breakdowns, that always happens. And I've had my moments where I literally had to lock myself away and just have a cry because I'm like, I am tired. I'm tired. It's not even tired. I'm drained. Like energy's gone. That's
Mhm.
why it's important that I do my nails. I don't care how much money I have. My nails are getting done. Ain't nobody gonna tell me I can't get it done.
Well, you can do them
That's
yourself.
my well, not
I'm
acrylic.
joking. I'm joking.
I'm
I'm
trying to
joking.
teach myself. I'm trying to teach myself, but this is your mom time. Like
Mm.
always
Mm.
making sure you take that time to have a facial for yourself. Get your mani and pedi. Like those are essential. I don't care what your budget is. If you don't want to do your nails and do acrylic, at least do a
Mm.
mani and pedi. Something. You don't have to do it every month. Do it
Mm.
maybe every 3 months, but that's your dedication to yourself. Because I'm telling you, when you get
Oh. Oh, shucks. See,
Aw.
the Wi-Fi doesn't want her to be great right now.
what did Kevin Hart say? F these kids. Yeah, sometimes you feel that way. You're like, nah, I need my mama time. I love my kids here and back. Trust me, ain't nobody gonna mess with my kids. I'll fight for them. I love them to death. But I'm
Yeah,
telling
I love
you,
how you came back with.
girl, listen. Our parents always tell us, wait till you have kids, you'll understand. God damn, I'm like, shoot,
I don't have
wow,
to wait. I already
wow.
know. But as
Do you
in,
see these dark circles? Do you see this? This is dedication, okay? This
but
is this is years of
and you
work and
see,
hard work.
so even though Whitney, your kids are almost teenagers,
Mhm.
I think the
Preteen.
the highlight for you, which is gonna suck for April, but don't worry, because you had the traveling experience, is that now it switches and you're able to travel soon because the kids will be old enough that they can take care of themselves and you can fly out, hopefully. Right? I think that's one thing. Cause yo, April, I don't know about you. Well, obviously, yours is probably 10 times. I'm tired, fam.
Who are you telling? Who are you? That's why I'm like, am I gonna have the energy for a kid? Because I'm already tired just doing basic things now. So I'm like, especially with
To
a
be
boy,
honest with you, you're gonna
Mhm.
find the energy. My friend,
I hope so. I hope so.
she has two boys. I don't. You'll realize that you don't even know where this came from. You'll come home, your dog's tired, and like the kids want to go out, they want to do something.
Mm.
You will literally pull up your big girl panties. You'll get yourself out there, and if your kids are high energy and they keep you going, which especially because they make you laugh half the time. Sometimes they make you cry and get upset, but they make you laugh. They are literally our reasons why. It's not even a joke when you say that. They are the reasons why because when you feel like giving up, because you have them depending on you, you push yourself. You know,
Mhm.
technically, you don't know how much you can do. Kids telling you with everything, and me and anybody else parent can tell you this.
Yeah.
As long as you can smile, happy, you will
As
do
long as you
what
could be available.
your last dollar. You don't
Mhm.
even know where the next $5 comes from. But the only thing I'd say to you as a new mom coming up, don't let them think that your bank is penniless. Don't. I mean, I'm sorry, overflowing.
Mhm. Actually, I'm glad. I'm glad you said that. So Whitney, because I know you have to go soon, because I don't know what's happening right now. You are like in space right now. It's like the northern lights are coming through your phone. What is? I
Girl,
hope you can hear me.
my
Hmm? Hmm? What's one thing you wish you knew about money when you're growing up, and what you want to teach your two angels? I hope you heard that. Hold on, let me.
I wasn't taught anything about money,
Mhm.
but other than how to spend it. I wasn't really taught anything, so I am now trying to teach my kids that, it's important for you to save something. Don't
Mhm.
just spend it as soon as you get it. Make
That's all I
sure
hear
you,
today.
you know, count your pennies. Whatever you have,
Mhm.
make sure if you get $20, you don't need the entire 20. Spend 5 and save 15. Like
Mm.
try to work around it and make sure that you save, because saving is essential. If you don't do that much, you'll never be able to make it. Like you have to teach them. Like my
Mhm.
friend's son, you could never ask this boy to do anything without paying him. Hey, how are you? Yes, I do. No, no, I remember you. But
Exclusiveness. Yes. Oh, see, yo,
yeah,
everyone has been saving
I
big.
wasn't taught anything by my mother. And,
Mhm.
every time I had money, she had me treating them with my money, because you know how it was at
Lord
working at
creator.
Center Island, Camille, like how much dollars you were making. Oh, nobody's here. How much dollars you were
Listen,
making
never
working
see
at
so
Center
much money
Island.
at a young age. Jeez, at a young age, so
Girl, we were pulling in like, hi, I'm at the front door.
1700.
Thank
Jeez.
you. Yeah, we were making bank. We were making a lot of money at
I know that's
18.
not a lot for
Like
other people.
we were
Don't be
spending,
rude.
well, for me, I'll speak for myself. I was spending like yeah, I called someone. We were spending $300. Well, I was on books. I was treating people to drinks, dinner, wherever we went. It didn't matter. I'd pay for it.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, not doing that now. I'm teaching my kids, don't do that. Make sure you put your money aside, each one teach one. That's what I'm trying to do right now. I
Boom,
went
boom,
through it. No one
boom.
taught me to save. I could have been on maybe my third or fourth house by now. Just think about what the market was back then. We were pulling in over $2,000 every 2 weeks at 18.
Golly.
Like money management is definitely something that we have to teach our kids. Some of the stuff that you've sent me for my kids, I've shown them.
Mhm.
But like I said, they're more interested in the here and now. If they have $20, I need to go spend it. No, you don't. No, you
Mm-mm.
don't.
Mm-mm.
No.
That's not
Thank you.
that's not about that
But yeah,
life.
I didn't have that growing up. My mom didn't teach me any of that. So I had to learn that on my own as an adult.
I mean,
That's the sad part.
that's why I have this podcast, right? Because most times that's how some of our parents or grandparents had to get by, survival mode.
Yep.
And I'm happy that we're at this stage
Hi,
where we're
Jerry.
able to teach other folks and things, or I'm able to teach other folks and like able to share that resources. And even me and April would talk about stocks and things, and Whitney we'd talk about savings, and definitely saving and then going into investments is like going to be the only thing. Like April, we have houses that are 1 million right now. Can you imagine when your son is 18?
I can't even imagine what things are gonna cost. He gets
Like
older.
eggs cost $7.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. You need like 3 or 4 jobs to be able to survive out here. Like it
I
is
do,
just crazy. So
right?
I pray that he
He
learns the
always does around
knowledge
this time
early
after
on
dinner.
so that he can save. Because yeah, it's really hard out here. It's hard out here now. So I can just imagine in the future how it's gonna be.
Jeez, right? Well, I'm Whitney. So you're gone?
Yeah, I might as well because a lot of people are going to be having conversations with me. So I don't
And
want to
I don't want to
interrupt your.
have that in my podcast.
I
But
was
thank
trying
you.
to see if I could mute myself, but I'm like, I saw you muted me, so I'm like, shoot, because the conversations are going to happen now as I come through the door. You know what
Yeah.
it is. If you've ever been to a retirement home, everybody wants to talk to you. So
See, we were talking about that before. But thank you, Whitney, for coming
no
through.
problem. Bye.
Happy
Let
Mother's
me not
Day.
put the workplace thing
Mm?
up in here.
Bye.
Yeah, like what? So like, yo, the cost of living is crazy here.
It
Like,
is. It is. It's all over. I think. I think we're all experiencing like hardships when inflation and it's just really difficult for people out here. And so
and
I think
y'all going into election soon?
it's a scary time. It is a scary time right now.
Honestly, between you and I, the way our prime minister is acting is the same way people feel like your president is going like, and our guy's young. So
Mhm.
there's, I don't know what's happening. Like I said, a lot of people are moving to the states. The cost of living, like compare, like look, like if when you came here and you're like buying stuff, you're like, oh, that's it.
Yeah, it wasn't
Shit.
that bad actually.
So like right now the dollar, let me get sad or upset. So $1 US is $1.37 Canadian. I
Okay.
mean, it's not bad, but like imagine getting gas. Let's say 40
Yeah.
bucks. Oh, not 40 bucks because obviously.
No.
Actually, ooh, like $40 US is $54 or $55
Mhm.
Canadian. So it you feel it, right?
Of course, you
Um
definitely do.
and
Your
what?
money doesn't stretch as far. I was just saying to my mom not that long ago, like before you could go to the grocery store and maybe you spent $100, $150, you had quite a bit of stuff. Now you spend $100, $150, you maybe have like 3 items, four
Is able
items.
to go into the passenger seats?
Exactly. You don't really even have anything. So it's just tough out here. And imagine having a big family. It's like, how
Mhm.
can you provide food for them for the whole week when
Yeah,
you're barely trying to just get by? So it's just not.
right? Hold on, there's some oh, I'm so sorry. Hold on, the chat's going crazy. I'm
No, you're
trying
fine.
to So Alaska,
Oh, in Alaska. Okay.
yeah, some social media is reporting. Over there too? Okay. Depends on the location.
Mm.
True. Um, oh, the nails. You could do one good. Oh, sorry, I read this totally wrong. Do one hand good, but the non-dominant hand will suffer with nails. True, true. Yo, you don't even want to know.
I'm not even gonna. Not even gonna answer.
Holy shucks, I'm sorry. Not having them. Nope, I have no energy. Shucks. True, true, true. Um, more is caught than more is caught than taught. True, true, true. And you need something that pays you $100 a day. Well,
I
that's
think it
that's
says a
some.
thousand. A
Sorry,
thousand.
did I say 100? A
Yeah.
thousand. Thank you.
No, that's
What
real.
happens when you're skipping?
You really do.
Right?
You need a high value skill out here. Kind of what we were talking about earlier. Like that's something I want to at least instill in my child is that find a
Mhm.
high value skill that not a
Mhm.
lot people are working in that field,
Yeah,
so that you can, so it's less competition, and so that
true.
you can make a good amount of money out here.
Or that, including multiple streams of income,
Yes,
because once you're able to get that them dividends,
yes. Hmm.
dividends, oh my god, then that's an amazing thing. I talk about dividends all the time, and even option trading. Like when we were talking about it, I had to get back into that because.
I fell off for a minute. I need to get back into it, but I want to learn more. That's the thing. Like,
Hmm.
I was learning quite a bit using YouTube videos, reading books.
Yeah.
But I want to sit down again and like revisit some of the things that I was learning before, just to arm myself with more knowledge. Because I
Hmm.
key when it comes to learning about stocks and options and things. So knowledge is power. It really is.
Do you feel like you have the time or energy to get into it, like as you're almost transitioning to full motherhood?
I know that's the thing. It's like limited time. I'm
Mhm.
hoping that once I have the baby, I'll have more energy, because just being pregnant, your energy is drained doing the little going up the stairs. My energy is drained. So
Oh
just,
shucks.
yeah, it's very difficult to get tasks done. You always want to take a nap. So I'm hoping that once I have
Naps are
the baby,
essential.
no, they are. They really are. But I feel like now it's like it's a must. Like you can't even function properly unless you just sit down and take a nap. So I'm hoping that after I have the baby, I'll have a little bit more energy. Hopefully, we'll see. To where I can sit down and start reading again and do
Yeah.
like that, because yeah, I want to have multiple streams of income. Just like I said, for those rainy days, or to build
Mhm.
my savings, or if there's some kind of goal I have in mind, to be able to save towards that. So
Yeah. And you look amazing, sis. You look amazing. I'm so happy for you.
I am trying out here. First of all, this one thing I want to say. Women talk about this pregnancy glow and, oh, you're gonna be glow. I have not gotten that. I feel like I am
I almost fell
struggling.
down. Really?
I'm struggling out here.
Shut up. I'm
I
looking at your photo.
know. Okay, that was just for the maternity photo shoot. That was one day out of this whole pregnancy. I do not look like that on a daily basis. So I feel like I'm just barely surviving.
Oh, shucks.
So
Mm,
I have
mm.
not gotten the pregnancy glow, at least.
Don't they say it's usually with the daughter you get the pregnancy glow?
I've
Am
heard
I
the
right?
opposite. So
Opposite.
someone told me recently, like, with the boy, you don't
Mm.
experience a lot of the symptoms as far as like
Oh,
morning sickness and just other different things. But with the
yeah.
girl, I forgot how someone phrased it, but they said the girl takes away your beauty. That's what someone told me. I know, and I hate that because I'm like, what? But that's what I've heard. Someone has told me that. So I hope that's not the case for people who have had girls. But that was what I was
Oh,
told.
that's wild.
It is.
I thought it was the opposite, but of course I wouldn't know. But like, it's like you can tell, you know, so in the baby showers or you could kind of tell, like someone's like, oh, guess which child they're gonna have before,
Mhm.
like especially back in the day when you didn't have the gender reveals and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, wait, did you do it or
I
no?
didn't do a gender reveal. No, I was
Good. Don't
so
waste your damn
anxious.
money.
Yeah, I was like, I cannot wait towards closer towards the due date to do a whole party in general. First of all, parties are expensive on top of that. Having baby showers and all of that, I didn't realize trying to rent out these venue spaces how much they would cost.
True.
So yeah, have two parties,
So I have that baby registry, yo. With
yes,
that baby registry
is
means
helpful. That's why I
I.
said it's good to have that support system, people to help you out, because I got a lot of stuff. Fortunately, I'm very blessed.
Yay!
So yeah, I really didn't really need to buy that much stuff. A lot
Nice.
of people bought things for me.
Have
Um,
bomb, 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 bomb. What? And I I respect your time, but yo, because it's been a minute since we've had like a talk, so I was just like, nah, 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 I'm gonna keep her as long as I can.
Oh no, no worries. I'm in the house, so I'm not doing anything. I'm in the
But if anything, I'll just call you like obviously on the phone
Yeah.
after and things. But I guess before we switch off, um, what's one thing you want to tell moms that kind of hmm someone that's looking now and thinking like, should I have a child now, like
Mm.
at our age, or should I just chill? What would you tell them? I know that's a hard one. My bad.
Yeah, that's hard. Because everybody's journey is different. Like I said,
True.
I really didn't even think for myself that I would be a mom. It was something that I wanted for my life, but it wasn't something
Mhm.
that I put pressure on myself to have. Like if it happens, it happens.
Mhm.
But I would have been happy either way. I
Yeah.
think life is what you make of it. And so you need to just make sure that you're happy. And I think something is similar to, I forgot, Whitney, what she said about like the self care. That's important
Mhm.
regardless of you have a child or you don't have a child. Like taking care of yourself is mandatory. You can't pour yourself into others unless you pour into yourself.
Facts.
And self care doesn't have to be something that costs money. Like there are
Mhm.
free things that are self care. Even though I
True.
understand what she was saying, like being pampered is nice,
Mhm.
and taking care of yourself is nice, but there are also free things that you can do as well that also can, make you feel good or make
Mhm.
you feel like yourself again. I think working out is one. That you can do that can give you that self care that you really need. Taking care of yourself is just key,
Yeah.
regardless of what stage you are in your life.
Especially like that messy fit lady. Yo, I ain't gonna hold you. I want to be like her, cause the way she snapped back.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I think she snapped back in 2 weeks, and I was like,
That's crazy.
that is a goal. But she's a personal trainer. She's like,
Yeah.
fitness is her life, and the
Mm,
fact that during the tax season I kind of, but like I know my physique is kind of there still, so maybe that's just one thing. But even though that doesn't phase me, like
yeah.
whoever reads me better love me the way I look after.
Agreed. Agreed. Accept me for how I am. But yes, you also want to take care of yourself too. It is important.
Yeah,
Just you got to
mentally,
take care of yourself so
physically,
later on in life you don't have the issues, health care,
right?
like that you have to worry about.
The kids are gonna be growing. Like when I'm like babysitting and stuff, like the one mistake I've always done was with my nephew. Um he's 5 now, about to be 6. Dang, he's running. He's
Hmm.
like, "Catch me, auntie." So I'd throw him up in the air. He's like, "Again!" Again. I was like, "What was I thinking? I can't do this." So that's the one mistake. But I think like for mothers out there to not only be to I'm not gonna say stay fit, work out so you're able to keep up
Yes.
with the pick
True.
me them. Not, and I'm not saying it to stay fit and look snatched and all that stuff.
No, it
It's
doesn't
just
have to
so
be
you
about
could
that.
be, just so you can hold up.
Agreed. And I think working out too has so many other benefits as well, as far as like for me, it's in therapy also. Like it's a
Mm-hmm.
way to just get my mind together. I feel more motivated to do other things in my life as well when I work out. So it's just so many
Facts.
benefits when it comes to it. So it's like don't lose yourself in motherhood. Like
Oh, that should have been the title, fam. Don't lose your. Hold on, me have to put that in the banner. Hold on. Say it again. Say it again.
don't lose yourself in motherhood.
Oh shucks. Oh shucks. I think that is the That is the number one thing. Holy frig. Don't lose yourself in motherhood. Because I think that, like all the friends and family that I have, I think that's one of the things that they're concerned about. I'll say concerned about. And that's why if someone was to say like, "Yo, Cam, I just need me time. Yo, can you like come by or talk to me?" And just to do that, I'll totally understand how. Like there's like during the what 2020 and 2021, I was like going to one of my friends' house just to like babysit.
Mm.
Like there are two picnics at the time, now three. Fam, you have to have both parents
Yeah.
and a nanny
Hmm.
just to handle these kids. Because especially with two, oh,
Yeah.
oh, I was exhausted. I'm trying to have a meeting in between their nap times, and I'm falling asleep. Like, Camille, is that you? Huh? No, no, no. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. Like, yo, the kids are up. Oh my god, I gotta go. I gotta go. And that was just like a couple times, right? So that's wild. But like, I love that thing. What's the last thing? I feel like you said what's the thing you wish you knew about money in the past and what you're gonna teach your young king.
Yeah, I think I did. I think I covered it. Yeah.
Yeah. Is there anything else you'd like to say to the folks before we dip out and talk offline?
Hmm. I don't even have any parting words. Usually I would, but I'm trying to think something profound.
You're so silly. Anything. Could be anything. You already yo, this one was big enough, fam. Like what? Ah, jeez.
No, very important. That's one thing I'm going to try to maintain
Right?
just
And
throughout my
travel.
life. Yeah, yes, that part. No, I mean, like I said, whatever journey you decide to pick for your life, just make sure you're happy with whatever decision that you make. And, you know, life progress in your life is not linear, like progress.
Mm,
So you just roll with the flows, roll with the punches, but you have to
facts.
keep up and try again and do your best. That's all that I can say with anything that you do. So
Facts. Facts. All right. I'm just gonna put you on the backstage, but I'm gonna roll this people out. But thank you again for
thank
coming through.
you.
Like, what was it?
Thank you for
Ah,
having me.
no problem. Much love, sis.
Thank
And
you.
happy Mother's Day. We'll
Thank
be
you.
back soon. Hold on. So, folks, we have been on for a good minute. I really wanted to do a special for the Mother's Dem. Um, I'm glad that I didn't bawl. I was worried about that, but I held it down. I always hold it down like that. But happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there, the mothers to be, the mother figures, the godmothers, the foster mothers, the aunties, the mothers to be, if I didn't say that, and also to the moms that tried to have but couldn't. My heart goes out to you, to the family and friends that are missing their mother figures, mothers, grandmothers, aunties, and all that good stuff. My heart goes out to you because I totally understand. And try not to be as bitter and things. But um, definitely, this was a great session, great conversation. I'm glad I was able to talk to my family and friends about being mothers. And secondly, I want to do one for the fathers, them. So if you're listening, pupas or pupas to be, please, please message me because I want to. That's also another important one as well. So you guys have a month, okay? A month and a week. So, blessings. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend, and big up all the mothers, them, okay? Oh, till next time, folks.
I just just wanna be free with my people to prosper and hold it down. Don't you sit and wait, contemplating on a revolution of time.